food, especially protein, has remained resilient. Joining us now to discuss on a First on CNBC interview is Hormel Foods President John Ghingo. It's great to have you, John. Thank you for joining us. Tell us a little bit more about what you're seeing from the consumer right now as far as, the protein trends offsetting some of the weakness overall.
Yeah, thank you, Sarah. Thanks for having me on this morning. Definitely the consumer is what I would call strained right now. The cumulative effects of inflation have certainly made the consumer more cautious. Additionally, the recent spike in fuel prices has added to that. That being said, there is a resilience in food. In particular, we continue to see growth in protein. When we can get that consumer equation right, delivering value for consumers in terms of what they're looking for in protein, convenience, affordability, nutrition, we can still drive growth. And so that's been really what we've been working on here at Hormel Foods. We're proud of our quarter. This was our sixth consecutive quarter of top-line growth. We did experience bottom-line growth across all three of our operating segments this quarter, with our retail, food service, and international divisions all contributing to that growth.
So let's just talk about, some of your brands, Jennie-O, turkey, Applegate, natural and organic meats. You do, I think, a lot of bacon as well. Just where are consumers moving right now in terms of the protein trend, and what's happening on prices there with so much demand?
Yeah, I would say a couple of things from a consumer perspective. We definitely see a range of options that consumers are looking for in terms of what they want in value. Value is defined partially by price, but certainly partially by other benefits as well. So we do see some consumers looking for affordable options right now. So if you think about our portfolio with our center store, what we call canned goods, options like Hormel chili or Skippy peanut butter, we have some great affordable options that consumers continue to gravitate to. But we also see some of our premium brands like an Applegate doing very well. And Applegate in particular, and Jennie-O on top of that, really playing more in the poultry space as consumers are looking for options for lean poultry, whether it's lean ground turkey from our Jennie-O franchise or chicken sausage, breaded chicken from Applegate. Those items are doing very well currently also. So there's a lot of opportunities for consumer demand in protein. We just need to make sure as a company we stay focused on staying ahead of meeting those consumer needs.
John, every quarter has a question or two about logistics and freight costs. I'm wondering, is that a true margin story at the moment? And then additionally, we've been asking some about SNAP assistance and whether or not people falling off the rolls in various states is impacting revenue.
Yeah, good question. So in terms of freight and logistics, we did flag 3 months ago, coming out of our first fiscal quarter, that we saw elevated freight costs. We saw some industry dynamics. We've been able to navigate that here through the second quarter pretty well, although it is a headwind. As the quarter broke, obviously fuel spiked kind of midway through the quarter on us. That added another element of inflation and cost increase coming at us that we had to navigate. We do anticipate fuel costs to stay elevated and through the quarter we're in currently. In terms of the SNAP impact, so what I would say is the categories that are largely impacted by some of those SNAP restrictions tend to be more in the carbonated soft drinks, sugar-based products. We actually haven't seen a lot of impacts. We do have some strength coming through in lower income consumers on some of our more affordable brands. So think about a Dinty Moore Stew or Skippy peanut butter. We are seeing some increased volumes coming to those businesses with lower income consumers right now.
So overall, grocery versus eating out, because you have two businesses, where are you seeing the most strength and the most affordability in terms of a value proposition?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we do see some strain, I would say, from a consumer standpoint across channels. We have a very balanced business at Hormel. So our food, what we call our food service business, is really those away from home channels. In those channels, we do see traffic is suppressed. If you think about convenience stores, if you think about restaurants, if you think about dining away from home, we do see that traffic is sluggish in those away from home channels as consumers feel the burden. Our food service business, we've been able to put up consistent growth. In this quarter, we grew our top line 7% in net sales. We grew our volume 1%. But we do that by partnering with our operators. So we really get into the kitchen and figure out, okay, if traffic is down, if menu inflation is a problem, how can we help you? How can we help you control menu pricing? How can we help you bring innovation that'll drive traffic? Those customer partnerships allow us to really mitigate and kind of still grow our business despite some traffic softness. On the retail side, we also see pressure. We see a cautious consumer who's really pressing hard for value. So it's not good enough to just be in the protein game. We have to make sure we're actually getting more convenient, better taste, more health, whatever the consumer's looking for. We need to be one step ahead. So I would say there's pressure across, but our ability to navigate helps because we have that breadth of channels.
Yeah, the organic volume growth was negative in retail. Just really quickly, do young people eat Spam? I feel like it's such an old school, older generation kind of food.
Yeah, great question. So Spam has a long history in the affordable protein space all around the world. So people have been eating Spam as an affordable, shelf-stable option when looking for protein. That being said, there is a whole side of Spam, which is about growth and innovation. And so some of the things we've been doing with Spam are rolling out Spam sushi-like formats, which are inspired by what we see Spam usage being in Asia. We've actually rolled those out across sushi departments in the U.S. They're doing very, very well. Spam musubi and other formats of Spam. On top of that, we recently launched in a limited channel market launch, Spam Dog, which is a Spam hot dog that has become very, very buzzy with our consumers who are excited to try it.